Well, guys, welcome back to the second part of tonight's session. You already know, I already let you know that we will be working tonight once again. And basically the idea is to continue working with the topic that we have just started a few minutes ago. We started our unit 3. And in terms of the grammatical component, we started talking about comparatives and superlatives. I always repeat the same thing, from my opinion, this is more like a way to refresh your memory on these different topics. We already did like a couple of exercises. Most of you already finished the 6 sentences that you had to create. In case that you haven't finished, remember that you have until tomorrow to finish them. But I hope that hopefully you get the time to do that today. And of course, on this second part, we will continue, let's say, practicing with the comparatives and superlatives without forgetting the general topic that the unit has. You already noticed that we're talking about cities, we're talking about geography. And actually on this second part that is related to vocabulary, we will be talking about vocabulary related once again to different aspects of geography. Remember, guys, that we are on our book, and now on this second part, we will be working on pages 28 and pages 29. Just like wanted to refresh your memory a little bit. But of course, we can't forget that up to this time, we also need to check attendance. So I'm going to do that, and then we officially start with the activities that we have for the second part of tonight's session. Karen Victoria.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Steven Santiago.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Sergio David. Sergio David, I think is not here for the moment. No. Definitely no. Kiara Lisette. Not here for the moment. Jorge Jair.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Natalia Navarro.
Present.
Very good. Diego Olarte.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Dana Valentina Ortiz.
Present, miss.
Okay. Manuela Ortiz.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, there you are. Joan Sebastián Pavón.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Beatriz Pedraza.
Teacher.
Okay. Hamilton Peña.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Xiomara Rincón.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Jessica Paola Ríos.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Catherine Rodríguez.
Present, miss.
Okay. Marlon Sánchez.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Mendy Santa.
Teacher, present.
Okay. Manuel Sepúlveda.
Present, teacher.
Okay. María Alejandra Vega.
Present, teacher.
Okay. And Vanessa Zambrano.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Vanessa, very good. So for the moment, the ones that are absent are Sergio and Kiara. Just like to make sure that I'm not making any mistake. Okay. All right, guys, remember that on this second part, we will be working on pages 28 and 29. And I was telling you that for this part in particular, we will be focusing our attention on vocabulary. Of course, we won't forget the important aspect, let's put it like that, of this unit, which is about comparatives and superlatives. But for a moment, we're going to, let's say, place our attention to vocabulary, specifically talking about features and sites. Just to refresh our memory and to make sure that you, well, all of us actually remember, guys. Do you remember, or what could be a synonym for the word features? What do you think? Well, nothing. Like, what do you remember, guys? Or maybe you want to look it up. What would be the meaning or a synonym, if you don't want to say it in Spanish, of course, of the word features?
Characteristics.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's basically the idea. The both words that you used in English and in Spanish. If we want to use a synonym, we can also use characteristics, and that's perfectly sorry, fine. But features is also a good word that we can include in our vocabulary. And then we have sites. What would be the meaning of sites? In this case, you're not talking about like traveling, talking about geography. Because don't tell me vista.
¿Intereses o algo así?
Could you repeat? Sorry, I interrupted you.
¿Intereses o algo así?
Intereses? No.
Vistas.
There is a better concept. Now notice that we're talking about like traveling, like going to places. Is that when we say vistas, now in this context?
Sitios turísticos, algo así.
Yes, better on that line. Very good. We're talking about like tourist attractions, you know, that also if we want to, instead of saying tourist attractions, we can also say landmarks, right? So that is going to be the idea. This vocabulary, that we have a lot of words, is related to features and sites. Once again, we already know that we have some synonyms that we can use in these cases just to expand our vocabulary. The idea here, guys, is that with all these words that we have in this box, we're going to classify them into 3 different categories, okay? Where do you usually, of course, we're going to go like with the tendency. Where do you usually find these features and sites? Let's say that we will classify them into 3 really, really big categories: the countryside, the coast, and the city. Of course, in some points, probably we will have like different answers, but remember, we're talking about where we usually would find these features and characteristics, okay? Remember, guys, that we are talking about the information that we have on page 28. Let me have a look at the chat. Okay, yes. What's the time? I'll make adjustment in a moment. So guys, do you have any questions about the instructions?
No, Miss.
Okay, perfect. There are a lot of words. Probably you wanna look them up. I'm sure that you know most of them, even all of them, but maybe you want to make sure that you know the meaning of them correctly. Guys, I'm gonna give you 8 minutes. Remember that the idea is to classify all these words, well, features and characteristics, into the places that we would usually find them, okay? City, coast, and countryside. I'm gonna leave like this, you know, so probably it's easier for you to make the classification. After the 8 minutes, we're going to check the answers, okay? Let's start. 8 minutes starting now.
Teacher,
Yes.
¿puedes mostrarme la última categoría?
Sure, the last category is city. Okay.
Thanks.
Welcome. Well, guys, time's up. Did you finish classifying the words? Did you finish, guys? Sebastian says finish. Okay. Thank you, Sebastian. If you don't complain, that means that everybody finished. Remember, usually, I'm sure that in most cases, well, not most, in the majority of the words, you classify them into different categories. Of course, there are things, let's say, that are possible to share based on the reality of things, but maybe there are others that we are like completely sure that can be assigned only to one of those categories. Sorry. Let's see. The first category that we had was countryside. So, Steven, which of the words did you include in the countryside?
In the countryside, I include a hill, a lake,
Mhm.
village, a rainforest, and waterfall.
Mhm. Very good. Any other words that you would include, Sergio? Sergio.
Your countryside.
Mhm. Sergio. Diego, yes. Let's help your classmate. Which other did you include?
Okay, teacher, for the countryside, I chose a water wall, ancient ruins, a cliff, farmland, a rainforest, a hill, a lake, a temple, and a village.
Okay, actually, you had a lot of possibilities, and it is not that. Okay, we have a lot of combinations in your case. Very good, Diego. And yeah, that is something that we can find in a countryside. What about the city? Jorge.
Yes, teacher. I include a bridge, a cathedral, a factory, a festival, a market, a monument, a mouse, a museum, a palace, shopping mall, a skyscraper, a temple.
A temple. Okay, very good. And actually there are some from the city that can be included also in coast. Let's see if Karen agrees. Which words did you include in coast? Karen?
Yes, teacher.
Which words did you include in coast?
Coast.
Mhm.
Teacher, I don't know. Waterfalls.
Well, like in the coast, not really. Because waterfall is cascade, right? Well,
Yes.
well, it's not that common. Maybe it is possible. Probably at some point there is a waterfall next to the coast. But if there is a cliff and there is probably a waterfall, maybe. But we need like a very specific feature for that case. Which others, Karen? Or maybe we ask Catherine for the words that we can assign to coast.
Yes, Miss. The coast,
Mhm.
a bay, a beach, an island, docks, and harbor.
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 An island. Okay. I'm going to show you the answer key that the book offers. Let's put it like that for this exercise. But remember, and I always repeat a lot on this exercise, the instruction says usually. So, of course, there are some possibilities that are accepted. Let me see what it appears. Yes, there it is. Remember, this is not like the final answer key, like all of you have to agree. Of course, that's not the point. Of course, we can find bridges in the countryside, right? There are lakes in some cities, you know. Of course, we can find, I mean, and many, many more other possibilities that, you know, that we can combine. Once again, usually, but the other possibilities are just fine. Questions? Let's see how much we can remember in terms of other words that we can use for those three categories. I'm gonna share with you. Let me see if I'm sharing the whole screen. Right now I am. And let's add more vocabulary. The question that I'm gonna ask you, it's on our book, just in case. It's on this second part of the page. The question that I'm going to ask you is right here, part B. The idea, guys, is that you are going to add 2 more words for each category. We already had some, and once again, maybe we would agree that there are some words that we can use on different scenarios. So let me go back once again to the book. Remember that the suggested answer key of the book is telling us that in the countryside, we can find a kennel, we can find farmland, a festival, rain, forest or only forest, a hill, a lake, a view, a village, and a waterfall. You guys, when you go to the link, then there are 2 boxes. The idea is to write only the feature or the site. It's not necessary to write a complete sentence. We don't need a complete sentence. You know, for the moment, we're just including vocabulary. I want you to think of other 2 features or sites that you consider we can find in the countryside, okay? Well, I was going to ask you if the link is working. I see that there is already one answer. So yes, it is. So of course, different from the ones that we saw in the book, the idea is to expand our vocabulary a little bit more. So think of features and sites different from the ones on the book that we can find in the countryside. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes, okay? I really, really hope that there are 21 answers, at least 15. 3 minutes is starting now. Okay, let's see which other words we can include on the first category, that is the countryside. Mountain, river, nice. Cottage, forest, little path, a mill, hill as well. Gardens. Bueno, farmland ya la teníamos. Silence and no traffic. Well, it is true. Okay. Let's include that like a general characteristic somehow, not a site. A rural house, old houses. Siguen llegando más. Tranquility, okay. A valley. Yeah, more like on that geographical features, you know, although those are characteristics that we can enjoy when we go to the countryside. Very good. Grass, a train. That would be really nice. Streams, animals or farm horse. Okay, very good. Now, second category to cover. The sites, I was going to say, what is the picture? Features and sites in the codes. Remember that from the book, of course, the suggested answers, we already had a bay, a beach, a cliff, an island, docks, and a harbor. Let's not repeat these words. We show other words we can also assign to this category. The same 3 minutes. I really hope that most of you can send your answers, at least 15. If you already closed the tab, use exactly the same link. If you're on the same tab, if you didn't close it, click on the button that says go to slides so we can have a look at the new slide that you are going to answer. Okay, 3 minutes. Let's see more vocabulary that we can include for the coast. Okay. Let's see. Oh, many. Gulf Cove Archipelago, Boats Palm Dock. Well, usually the idea is to put only one word on each box, right? Because nobody is going to send 3 words at the same time, only one on each box. Well, we had already talked about harbor, beaches as well. Aquí también mandaron dos. Los cities, surfing, sunshine, caves, aquarium, palms, coral reefs. That is a good one as well. Peninsula, a bay. I think already had bay. Sand, of course. I don't want to miss anyone. Stone monoliths. Stories and mangroves. Okay, very good. And guys, to finish, you have been very creative on this part. Talking about cities, the one of cities that we had on the book actually covered a lot, like a lot of vocabulary, right? Remember that this was just the suggested answer from the book. But there are many, many other possibilities that we can find in cities. And once again, the idea is to include something different that is not on this box that we have already covered. So to finish this particular part of the book, which other features and sites we can include in this case talking about cities? 3 minutes. Okay, final section of this vocabulary part. Many, many, many. Park, traffic, well, that's true. Usually it's not that happy the thing. Would be nightclubs, le cambiamos acá el orden, galleries, subways, bus station, stadiums and universities, Scraper, entertainment, boulevard park, highway opportunities. Okay, restaurant, bright night. Okay, that looks like the picture. Also homeless people, although that's not part like of the geographical aspect. The city of gold in Dubai. Well, I don't think that's what the picture is about, but bus stations, hospitals, amusement parks. Puente, ay, puente. Tower, bridge. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. The idea was to expand our vocabulary a little bit. I know that you know. It was just like to make sure that you remember this information. Let's go back to the book. In this case, remember, we're working on our page 28. It says working groups, but it is not really necessary. We're going to do it individually. Our group work is going to happen in a few minutes. Let's see what the instruction it's about. Beatriz, could you read the instruction here on 2A, please?
Word in groups, how many of these were famous? Please can you match with words from exercise week 1A? The Amazon rainforest.
Excellent,
1.
Beatriz.
The Keynes Field. 2. Buckingham. Buckingham. 3. Sydney. 4. Ontario. 5. The Hermitage. 6. The Canary. 7. The Blue. 8. Iguazu. 9. The Suez.
The Suez is okay. Very good. So notice that we are talking about most of them, I dare to say, very common landmarks or sites. The idea is to combine them. Let's put and combine them. Actually, the word is to match them with the proper word or phrase from the exercise number 1 that we already did. Notice that we already have the example of the Amazon. That would be the Amazon rainforest, right? So only with the words that we already, let's say, classified on the first part are going to be the ones that we will be using to complete, in this case, these important sites or landmarks, okay? That is basically the idea. Let's do, for example, number 1. It says the Cannes Film. Do you remember the name in this case?
Festival.
Will be festival. Excellent. So that's the idea. With those words that we have, you are going to complete them. I'm going to send it just to the chat. Okay. I'm going to give you maybe 5 minutes. I'm sure that you have already recognized most of them. Maybe you need like to check the meaning of just like really few. And then we would move to the next part, talking about vacations. 5 minutes starting now. Okay, I'm pretty sure that you already completed the statements. Guys, to check the answers, we're going to listen, okay? We're gonna listen and check. Then we'll see if you have any type of question and maybe you need to clarify any word. Of course, I'm gonna ask you then to read the answers, but we're gonna listen to make sure that we actually got all the correct words to complete these different, let's say, famous places. Let's listen.
Unit 3, Recording 4. Example.
The Amazon rainforest is the largest forest in the world.
1. The Cannes Film Festival is one of the biggest film festivals in the world, and probably the most important. 2.
Buckingham Palace is the home to the Queen of England and one of the most popular tourist attractions in London.
3. Sydney Harbour is the home to some of the most famous sites in Australia, including Sydney Opera House and Sydney Harbour Bridge. 4.
Lake Ontario is the smallest of the Great Lakes in North America, although it is still the 14th biggest lake in the world.
5. The Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia, is one of the largest and oldest museums in the world. 6.
The Canary Islands are off the coast of Africa, but are part of Spain. They are one of the most popular tourist destinations in Europe.
7. The Blue Mosque in Istanbul is probably the most famous mosque in the world. 8.
The Iguazu Falls are on the border of Brazil and Argentina. They are the second largest waterfalls in the world.
9. The Suez Canal in Egypt links the Mediterranean and the Indian Ocean. It is one of the busiest canals in the world.
Okay. Guys, did you get all the words? Or maybe do you need to listen again?
Yes, teacher.
Again?
Yes, teacher, again, please.
Sure, perfect. Let's listen one more time.
Unit 3, Recording 4. Example.
The Amazon rainforest is the largest forest in the world.
1. The Cannes Film Festival is one of the biggest film festivals in the world, and probably the most important. 2.
Buckingham Palace is the home to the Queen of England and one of the most popular tourist attractions in London.
3. Sydney Harbour is the home to some of the most famous sites in Australia, including Sydney Opera House and Sydney Harbour Bridge. 4.
Lake Ontario is the smallest of the Great Lakes in North America, although it is still the 14th biggest lake in the world.
5. The Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia, is one of the largest and oldest museums in the world. 6.
The Canary Islands are off the coast of Africa, but are part of Spain. They are one of the most popular tourist destinations in Europe.
7. The Blue Mosque in Istanbul is probably the most famous mosque in the world. 8.
The Iguazu Falls are on the border of Brazil and Argentina. They are the second largest waterfalls in the world.
9. The Suez Canal in Egypt links the Mediterranean and the Indian Ocean. It is one of the busiest canals in the world.
Okay. Let's wrap up this exercise, of course. So, Hamilton, could you read number 2 and number 3, please?
Okay, teacher. And Buckingham Palace is more popular in London.
Ah, well, you don't have to say also the extra information. It was only to complete the name of the famous places. So
Okay.
don't worry.
And Sydney, teacher, Sydney, I don't have Sydney. I can understand.
Ah, okay, don't worry, Hamilton. Let's ask Jorge for help for number 3.
I can hear Sydney Opera.
Ah, well, the Sydney Opera House is in the Sydney. Let's see the chat.
Harbor.
Harbor. Very
Bridge.
good.
Okay.
And also, well, the bridge is also located in the harbor. Okay. What about number 4? Karen, 4 and 5. Karen Victoria. Karen.
Yes, teacher.
Could you read
Teacher.
4 and 5? Yeah, now I can hear you.
Lake Ontario
Mhm.
and the Hermitage Falls.
No, not
No,
really.
no. A museum. You see, me confundí.
Don't worry. Museum. Very good. In the chat, museum. Absolutely. Those are the ones. Catherine, please. What about 6 and 7?
Yes, Miss. The Canary Island and the Blue Mosque.
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 Very good. And to finish this exercise, Catherine, number 8 and number 9.
Number 8. Iguazu Falls and Jesus Canal.
Very good. Well, guys, a lot of words, of course, as usual, in terms of vocabulary. And I was telling you that all these words related to vocabulary and all these like concept or general idea of geography and comparatives and superlatives is taking us to talk about vacations. I'm gonna go back to my presentation. In this case, I included a different exercise compared to the ones that we have on the book, but of course, going on the same line. Here we have some information, of course, very simple, very short. And it says, what kinds of vacations do you like? Well, you know that when we are comparing it to British English, when we're talking about vacations, they refer to it as holidays, but at the end of the day, we're talking about the same. Among the different types of vacations that we can find around the world, we're going to focus on 3. Adventure vacations, relaxing vacation, and learning vacation. Let's read the information that we have about each type of vacation. Kiara, could you read the first one, please? Adventure vacation.
Adventure vacation. Try exciting sports like hiking, rafting, or scuba diving. Have amazing experiences to tell your friends about.
Very good. What about the second vacation that we have in here? Manuel, please, could you read about relaxing vacation?
Yes, teacher. It says go to a beautiful place to rest and relax, sleep late, read, listen to music, and enjoy the scenery.
That would be it. And finally, we have learning vacation. Let me ask, in this case, Maria Vega, could you read it, please?
Learning vacation. Learn to do something new like art or music, or take a class in a subject that interests you.
That would be it. Thank you, Maria. I think that in terms of vocabulary, the 3 descriptions are pretty like straightforward. But anyway, do you have any question of vocabulary, guys? Okay, very good. Marlon, if you had to choose any of these kinds of vacations, which one would you choose? Marlon, I
Like,
see. Okay. I was going to tell you that the microphone looked open, but I didn't
I,
hear you. Sorry.
no, I am thinking. uh, I I would like relaxing vacation because I like go to place where I relax and really descansar, rest.
Rest, very good. Mhm.
Mm, and maybe can be a combination in adventure vacation and relaxing vacation.
Okay, very good. Do you know any place somehow that for you would be like the place to go for this type of vacation?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure. Like, do you know a place, or would you recommend a place that, in your opinion, that's the best place, for example, to go to a relaxing vacation?
Yes, a place I recommended. I recommend is private beach
Okay.
near to no recuerdo cómo se llama, Isla Mucura, near to
Mukura Island.
Mucura Island
En La Palma
in La
Palma
Palma. Yes,
Island.
Island.
Okay.
yes.
Mm.
It's
Okay, Beatrice knows.
yes.
Okay, Marlon, thank you very much. Yeah, you know, guys.
Close. It's the close the island, teacher.
Okay. Yeah, in those cases, we keep the name of the island. You just change like the order of the words. Let's see if we can get a different opinion from Natalia. The same question, from the 3 types of vacations, which one would you choose and why?
I would like to choose adventure vacation.
Adventure? Why is that?
Because I really enjoy have a different experience.
Yes.
And usually when I go to vacation, I didn't rest. So I try to practice different sports, walk, and know different places.
Okay, very good. And like similar question that I asked Marlon, which place would you recommend, for those activities and experiences that you just said? Like where to go?
Maybe near to Bucaramanga, San Gil is a good place to have an adventure vacation.
Okay, Natalia, thank you very much. Very good. So for the moment, like a combination between relaxing and adventure, because Marlon also said that he would like to combine with it. Manuela, what about you?
Teacher, you say Manuela?
Yes.
Or okay. I want a learning vacation. I want to learn a specific kind of music, like salsa or no, it's just salsa for the
Only
first
salsa.
point.
Okay, nice, Manuela. And any place that you think would be the best, for that type of vacation?
Yes, maybe Cali.
Of course. It looks like an obvious answer, but anyway, I wanted to ask you because maybe you know a different place. You can say also, I don't know, Puerto Rico. Why not? Okay,
Why not?
Manuela. Of
Thank you.
course, why not? Or New York, why not? Thank you very much. Okay, guys. We're gonna listen to 3 people. Let me change the slide. And they're talking about their vacations. Well, guys, tonight was listening night. Okay, but I'm pretty sure you will notice that this listening is, I'm not gonna say easier, but the information is going to be like faster to get from my perspective. We're gonna listen to Carla, Marcos, and Julie. What you're going to complete in the chart are these 3 different characteristics. The first one, the country that they will visit. Then the kind of vacation that they are going to have. Let me go back to the slide. Remember that for the moment, we're focusing on 3 types of vacations: adventure, relaxing, and learning. Okay, so out of those 3, which are the ones, well, each one is going to choose one, okay? And then the activities that they are going to do on those vacations that they are going to take in the country that they are going to go, okay? That is going to be the idea. The listening is pretty short. We're gonna listen twice, but well, taking into account that the listening is short, if you consider that you need a 3rd time, let me know, okay? I invite you to take notes. You know, I know that some of you have like a really good memory, but the idea is to make sure that we can like get as much information as possible. Guys, do you have any questions about the instructions?
No, miss.
Okay, perfect. Let's listen twice.
Today's topic is vacations, and we're asking people about their plans for their next trip. May I have your name?
Carla.
And where are you going for your next vacation, Carla?
Well, my vacation isn't until September, but I'm really excited already. I'm going to Italy. I've wanted to go there for the longest time.
So, are you planning to go sightseeing there?
Not really. I'm going to a cooking school there for 2 weeks. I just love Italian food, and I've always wanted to learn how to make it, not just the easy things like spaghetti. We'll have cooking lessons every day and cook all of our meals. I really like to learn something new on vacation. I get bored if I just sit around.
Sounds like a great trip. Now let's ask this gentleman. Excuse me, what's your name?
My name's Marcus.
Tell us, Marcus, what are your plans for your next vacation?
I just talked to a travel agent and made my reservation yesterday. I'm going to spend a week in Thailand.
Thailand. Sounds great. And what are you going to do there?
Nothing. I'm going to do absolutely nothing. I'm going to get up late and lie on the beach and look at the ocean and drink cold drinks and just relax. My job is really stressful, and I don't want to run around during my vacation. One of my friends went to Thailand last year, and he said it was really peaceful, and that sounds perfect for me.
Well, we hope you have a great time. We have time for one more person. Hi, could you tell us your name?
I'm Julie.
Hi, Julie. Tell us a little about your plans for your next vacation.
Well, I've been saving my money for my dream vacation, and this is the year. I'm going to New Zealand for 3 weeks.
That does sound like a dream vacation. Have you decided on your itinerary?
I'm going to go hiking for a week in a national park, and I want to climb 2 of the most famous mountains in New Zealand. And I also want to try jet boating. You go down a river in a very fast boat. I'm also going to spend a few days scuba diving. I picked New Zealand because it's a great place for adventure sports, and that's what I love to do.
Sounds exciting. Well, thanks everyone, and have a great vacation.
Let's listen the second time.
Today's topic is vacations, and we're asking people about their plans for their next trip. May I have your name?
Carla.
And where are you going for your next vacation, Carla?
Well, my vacation isn't until September, but I'm really excited already. I'm going to Italy. I've wanted to go there for the longest time.
So, are you planning to go sightseeing there?
Not really. I'm going to a cooking school there for 2 weeks. I just love Italian food, and I've always wanted to learn how to make it, not just the easy things like spaghetti. We'll have cooking lessons every day and cook all of our meals. I really like to learn something new on vacation. I get bored if I just sit around.
Sounds like a great trip. Now let's ask this gentleman. Excuse me, what's your name?
My name's Marcus.
Tell us, Marcus, what are your plans for your next vacation?
I just talked to a travel agent and made my reservation yesterday. I'm going to spend a week in Thailand.
Thailand. Sounds great. And what are you going to do there?
Nothing. I'm going to do absolutely nothing. I'm going to get up late and lie on the beach and look at the ocean and drink cold drinks and just relax. My job is really stressful, and I don't want to run around during my vacation. One of my friends went to Thailand last year, and he said it was really peaceful, and that sounds perfect for me.
Well, we hope you have a great time. We have time for one more person. Hi, could you tell us your name?
I'm Julie.
Hi, Julie. Tell us a little about your plans for your next vacation.
Well, I've been saving my money for my dream vacation, and this is the year. I'm going to New Zealand for 3 weeks.
That does sound like a dream vacation. Have you decided on your itinerary?
I'm going to go hiking for a week in a national park, and I want to climb 2 of the most famous mountains in New Zealand. And I also want to try jet boating. You go down a river in a very fast boat. I'm also going to spend a few days scuba diving. I picked New Zealand because it's a great place for adventure sports, and that's what I love to do.
Sounds exciting. Well, thanks everyone, and have a great vacation.
Okay, let's have a look at your answers. Sebastian, let's start with Carla. Where is she going?
Italy.
Italy, very good. And the type of vacation?
She go to Italy for cook, for learn a new things.
For learning new things. Yeah, basically she's going for the learning vacations. And yeah, she's talking about cooking. Something else? Any extra information from the first one, Sebastian?
No, she say that she goes to Italy to cooking school and cook meals and cook.
Yeah, basically cook. Okay. Yes, Sebastian, thank you. Sergio, what about Marcus? Where is he going?
Teacher Marcus is going to Thailand.
Very good. And what's the type of vacation that he shows us?
Relax vacation.
Okay, relaxing. Very good. And what about the activities that he says that he's going to do?
He's going to do nothing.
Yeah, he says
Just
absolutely
rest.
nothing, right? But
Yes.
what else?
Sleep. I don't remember.
Well, sleep, that is something implicit, right? But although he said that he says nothing, absolutely nothing. He says like some little things to do. Catherine, yes. Thank you, Sergio.
He would like to look the ocean and drink cool drinks.
Very good. Something else that we can add to his activities, Steven?
Sorry, miss, about Julie or Marcus?
No, about Marcus, like to, let's say,
And
complete the answers.
look the oceans and get up late.
And?
Beach.
Lie on the beach. Very good. And of course, relax. Thank you, Steven. Valentina, what about Julie? Where is she going? Valentina? Bueno. Then I'm gonna ask Vanessa that now that Valentina is not here.
Teacher, she's going to New Zealand. Adventure vacation.
Adventure.
Vacation. She want to go to the national park. I she escogió, no sé cómo decir.
Chose.
Bueno, she chose New Zealand because is a great place for sport. Finish.
Okay, Vanessa, not very good. Actually, most of your information, well, your information is correct. Let's see if Xiomara has something to add to your answers. You have exactly the same compared to Vanessa, Xiomara, or you have something different?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, yes, the same as Xiomara, as Vanessa, sorry.
Maybe she loves the Italian food.
She loves Italian food? Julie? Xiomara. Well, guys, most of your answers were actually way better to the ones that I had in here. Probably a little extra information. Tanto que critico yo la mayúscula entre la minúscula. Go on a boat, scuba diving, but that was something that was already stated on that part.
Miss Julie, should Julie want to try jumping?
Jumping?
Yes.
Fine.
Jet skiing, not jumping, it's jet skiing. Yeah, I didn't include it, but yes, it is about that. That is also another activity that they want to include. Let me check the time. Okay, I'm gonna jump to this slide because now we're going to move to the collaborative work. Let's say to wrap up this topic of tonight. Of course, putting together these two aspects and also keeping in mind that we started tonight's session talking about comparatives and superlatives. We continue with the same line of 3 types of vacation. Remember that one of them was learning vacation. In this case would be Mexican traditional cooking. Let's see the description of this vacation in here. Jessica, could you read the first chart, please?
Mexican traditional cooking. Rare to cook delicious traditional dishes in Oaxaca, Mexico.
Oaxaca.
You will prepare it the classic mold with these 34 ingredients, including chocolate and 6 different types of chili.
That is very good. Thank you very much, Jessica. Beatriz, could you read the second vacation, Costa Rican kayaking?
Yes, miss. Costa Rica kayaking. Have an adventure in Costa Rica. You will go kayaking, hiking, and rafting in the incredible rainforest. Look out for the amazing wildlife too.
Wildlife.
Wildlife.
Very good. And Diego, beach in Thailand. Please, could you read it?
Stay in a relaxing beach house on Relay Beach, Thailand. Swim in a hammock, or just do nothing. You don't even have to cook. A chef will prepare all of your meals.
Very good. Guys, any question related to vocabulary? A little bit different, but keeping like the idea of adventure, relaxing, and learning, right? But any word that maybe you want to clarify?
What is mole, teacher? Mole.
Mole. It's a Mexican food, you know?
Guacamole is similar?
No, it's different. Who was going to say?
What is the meaning of hammock?
But let's not forget mole. Hammock is hamaca. Who has tried mole, guys? Have you tried mole? I actually haven't. I just seen like in...
Similar salsa meat? Similar?
It's a kind of like
Es una
sauce.
salsa mexicana.
Yes.
Exactly. And one of the interesting characteristics that it has actually is the like huge amount of ingredients that it has, like including chocolate. Very good. Anything else? Well, hammock, we said that is hamaca. Okay. Very good. My microphone just dropped, sorry. Well, guys, as you already noticed on the instruction that we have here on the slide, I'm going to send you to breakout rooms. Guys, the idea is that in your groups, you're going to talk about the 3 trips and you're going to choose which one you would like to take. I said will, but of course it is a kind of imaginary situation, so let's keep it with would. The idea, guys, is that you also decide and explain and answer this question. Why is your trip better? Why you consider that the cooking or the learning or the adventure or the relaxing is the one that you prefer the most? And then you're going to write 5 reasons why you consider that the destination that you guys as a group chose is the best. Okay? That is basically the idea. This is what you are going to do. I'm going to send you the link to the slide. Well, there is a typo, but it's already on the slide. I'm sorry. I said it's, but it's only is. Remember that the name or the slide you will be working on depends on the group that you will be actually assigned to. There are 21 participants. Okay, there is a person waiting in the waiting room, so I guess that I have to rearrange the rooms. Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay, Beatrice is repeat it.
Yes.
It's okay, let me adjust so you don't end up in 2 groups. Okay. Me la encontré. I already found you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, and 3. Okay, well, I am gonna adjust here so you can actually share your screen. Of course, guys, when we get back, the idea that you share your slide. In case that we don't finish, well, don't worry. The intention is like you have that final product. I'm going back to this slide. Also, the intention is that you answer your questions and you also include an image that from your perspective actually summarizes the type of vacation that you guys as a group have chosen, okay? In total, you're going to have 15 minutes. In case that you need more time, well, I will actually be checking the slides. Maybe we can add a few extra minutes for you to wrap up the idea, okay? I'm going to open the rooms. Don't forget to go to the slide, please. Let's start. 7 slides, 6 groups. Okay. Jorge, Karen Victoria, Valentina. Ok. Karen Victoria y Valentina Ortiz. Solicitadas en sus respectivos grupos.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, yeah, you are in group 6, right, Hamilton? Mendy, sorry, with Hamilton.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, good number.
Okay, let me send you. Jessica, do you remember the group that you are in?
No, teacher, I have a problem with my internet.
Okay. I think, let me see which group I can send you to. And this is already a big one. Number 5. Manuela. I'm gonna send you to number 5 because they are 2. It looks that they have not still started. So there you go. Well, guys, welcome back. I actually added like 3 more minutes. I noticed that some of you were still like, I think that you were organizing your ideas before actually putting them on the slides. Well, also like in very general aspects, some of you decided to include more information. I didn't really specify like the amount of information to be included, right? So I was telling you just first to show the type of vacation, then of course to include a picture as a point of reference, and then to write the 5 reasons why you consider the vacation that you have chosen is the one that is the best from your perspective. Just like because of time, I think that I'm gonna ask just 2 groups to share your ideas to wrap up tonight's session. So I would like to ask group number 2. We have Vanessa, Marlon, and Beatriz. Marlon, please, could you share the information that you collected with Vanessa and Beatriz, please?
Hey, teacher, we can decide it, about Thailand because we coincidimos. How do you say coincidir?
We agreed.
We agreed in travel about relax. So we choose beach in Thailand because we can rest, trying different foods, enjoy the beach and sunny, relaxing. And Thailandia has the best beach on the world between these Mairakaho, Halbang, Sak, and Klondao. The 5 reasons why destination is the best for us is we would not cooking. We can some different drink a lot. We will not have any worries. We can to take a Thailand massage. Finally, we can sleep very late and we could sleep in hammock.
Okay, very good. I think that in hammocks. That would be it. I was making some corrections while you were presenting, so don't worry. It wasn't any of your classmates. It was me. Very good. Let's have a look at one more. What about, well, you already had a look at this one. This one that is like moving this gift, blah, 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 blah. Diego, Natalia, and Jorge. Natalia, would you present your destination, please?
Yes, of course. We agree with Thailand because there we will stay and relax at the beach. We can swim and walk around the beach. Also have a good, amazing landscapes, and it's a way to feel relaxed. And the other thing that is the food. We can try different food and typical food that a lot of people recommend it. And other thing important is that we could meet new people.
Okay, very interesting. Group number 4, thank you very much. Of course, for group number 1, group number 3, group 5, and 6, I have pending checking your ideas. Guys, before we go, well, remember that tomorrow we will go back to the usual, let's say, dynamic that we have with our groups. The first part would be with me, and the second part, I'm very tired, will be with Professor Laura Juliana. Well, guys, I think that most of you have already chosen your topic. Only Mandy. Mandy, are you here? Mandy?
Yes, teacher, but I don't have here a computer. I am working in my cell phone.
Okay. Maybe you can send it like
write.
To the chat, or maybe you can send it to the WhatsApp group, but any of your classmates can help you to paste it here on the
Yes, teacher, of course.
On the chart. Okay. Don't worry.
Okay, teacher.
Good, Mandy. Well, most of you have already chosen. Well, Mandy has already told us the reason why he's just about to do it, but that would be it. Remember, guys, that this is a topic that you will be using for Thursday. when it is going to be, let's say, the official moment when we start working on the topic. Keep in mind, of course, at the same time, that if you want to start having a look at the different aspects, like the type, maybe looking at some pictures, trying to refresh your memory about the people you were with, your feelings, you can do that. Of course, that depends on your agenda, but don't forget that on Thursday will be like the official moment to start working on that. But if you want to start working on that on your own time, that would be better. Like whatever you prefer is fine. Guys, as usual, thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss. Bye. Good night, everyone.
Take care, everybody.
Teacher.
Bye bye.